Yo, what's good? So I was on Twitter, right? Why am I on Twitter? Doesn't matter. I was on Twitter, right? And tell me why I see this. Here we have a list, right? From this thing called Swish, right? This person called Swish on X, right? And it it reads, right? Twitch has released their list of the top 10 slash the top 10 worst slash overrated streamers of 2026. Now, some of these I agree with. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie. I agree with some of these. I'm not gonna lie. Like the burnt peanut, 1,000%. Bro, there's no way, right? There is no way in fucking hell. There is no way in fucking hell. You can convince me niggas is watching the burnt peanut, bro. You cannot convince me. That has to be like fucking Coco Melon, Brain Slop, fucking 2.0, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. The burnt peanut, I understand. Because when I first saw the nigga, I was like, bro, who is this? Actually, who the fuck is this, right? So him, I understand. Him being number one makes sense, right? The rest of these kind of don't make sense to me. And Rakai, I understand too. Rakai, I understand. Because genuinely, who the fuck watches Rakai, right? You have to be like his age or younger. There's no way anybody who has like somewhat of a frontal lobe being fully developed can sit down and watch Rakai, right? I don't fucking believe that whatsoever, right? So it's like Rakai, I understand, Burmpy, I understand, right? Now the next one, this is where they're starting to lose me, right? DDG. DDG, I don't really understand. Not that DDG is like this popping streamer that I feel as if like everyone needs to watch, right? Not that I'm like the biggest DDG fan, but he is on a list with the top 10 worst slash overrated streamers, right? With Rakai and the Burn Peanut above him. Like, why is that even a thing? I'm looking at the list. There's a few other people I can understand. I'm not gonna lie to you. And it's like some of these people don't even make sense. Most of this list doesn't make sense. You can truly make this a top like three list, bro. You made this a top three list. Maybe four. Maybe fucking four. But it's like DDG makes no sense, right? Then when you go past DDG, clavicular, I understand, right? Because clavicular is a very weird character. I honestly am surprised he's not banned yet. But then again, he streams on Kick, so of course he isn't banned yet. They love them racist and weird niggas, right? They love it when they see like people spreading hate and malice and shit, right? So I understand why clavicular is on the list, right? So far, three out of four names I read make sense, right? That's the burnt peanut, Rakai, clavicular, right? Those are the three names I understand and I can see that you can somewhat make a case for, right? DDG makes no sense to me. Now, there's another name I somewhat agree with, only because he is older. But before we get to him, let's get to the next person, right? Lacey. I sort of I understand Lacey. And the reason why I understand Lacey um somewhat being here is because every time you look at Lacey, he's usually collaborating with somebody. I don't really see Lacey doing a lot of like other shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. Me personally, I don't think he's that entertaining. Now, does he make good clips? Yeah, of course. Of course, no doubt. But in terms of like him being like I don't think of him as like a solo streamer. Like when I think of a solo streamer, I think of somebody like Queso, Joe Bart, fucking Queso, Joe Bart, Daquan Wilshire, right? I think of those three as being like solo streamers where it's like they don't need to like collab in order to be entertaining. They can be entertaining doing whatever they're doing or just by talking with chat. That's how I feel, right? That's how I personally feel. Now, the next name after him, I understand. Now, this is the person I was talking about, right? And it is Ben the Dawn. Now, this is no hate, no shade to Ben the Dawn. I only really see him. I only really see him, right? In streams with like DDG or somebody else. I don't think I've ever seen him by himself in a stream. And it's entertaining. I don't think I've ever seen that. Granted, I could just be wrong. I could be ignorant. I could be wrong. I personally have never seen a Bendadon stream where he's been by himself and shit has been like lit or like exciting, bro. Personally, me personally, I could be wrong, but I personally don't see it, bro. Personally. Now, when he does collab, I can understand it, right? Because he does act as comedic relief. He does tend to be very entertaining, right? When he has other people around. But that's why when he's by himself, I really don't get it. I really don't get it. Next name we have is Ty Lil, right? Now this I somewhat understand too. Like I said, like similar to like Bend It On, right? I think Ty Lil really thrives when he's around other people. I don't think he's entertaining by himself. Personally, to me. Once again, I could be wrong. I don't really watch too much Tyler, and I don't really watch too much Bend It On, right? But yeah, like I think off of just that, mainly the fact that they are very collab heavy streamers. I think that kind of like dims like the impact of how I wouldn't say important, but how entertaining that I think they can be. You know what I mean? Now, next, not really much really add from there. Now, the next person, I completely understand. Now, I don't know who the fuck this nigga is, right? I didn't even know I didn't even know Kai had a brother, bro. The nigga's name is Khalil. I don't know who the fuck this is. Maybe I've seen him. No shit to Khalil, right? I just don't know who he is. I feel like he's getting like boosted by like Kai's name type shit. I've never ever seen a clip of like the nigga Khalil anywhere, bro. I've seen a lot more clips of literally everybody on this list, bro. Everybody on this list I've seen clips of except for this nigga Khalil, bro. Maybe he was like in the background of a Kai stream or something, but him being a streamer himself, I think that's pure it's a word nepotism. Would nepotism really work in this sense because he is his brother and not child? Um Probably nepotism, bro. I think he's only like somewhat successful streamer. Somewhat. Because he's Kai's brother, bro. Now, we do have Ray on this list. Now, this makes no fucking sense to me. Everybody else thus far, I can somewhat understand, right? You can make a case for literally everyone in this list, except for Ray, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Now, I'm not a avid Ray watcher, but every time I see Ray, if he's not by himself, he's with other people, it's hilarious, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Ray is actually funny as shit. I would say I personally find Rakai funny when he's with Ray or he's with somebody else, right? That's when I personally find Rakai funny. He does have his one funny moments here and there, right? But Ray being here doesn't make fucking sense to me. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Because Ray is genuinely entertaining. Like by himself, he's entertaining. Did you not see the fucking NFL shit? Where he's being funny as shit the entire time? Like it was hilarious. I don't see how you can see that. And you can think to yourself, like, yeah, let me put Ray on like this list of like top 10 worst slash overrated streamers of 2026. When there's people like Clavicular, Rakai, the Burn Peanut, and fucking Khalil? Where the fuck his nigga name is? Kai's brother, right? I don't see how you can put him on the same list with those people. I'm not gonna lie to you. Last person on the list, Marlon. This also makes no sense to me. Not that Marlon is a very bad streamer. I think personally, he's very collab like oriented in terms of like I don't think he's entertaining by himself too much. Personally, keyword personally, in my opinion, I don't think Marlon is that entertaining by himself as much as other people that is on this list, bro. Like Ray or even Rakai. Even though I personally don't fuck with Rakai. But putting Marlon on this list is crazy though. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it just might be racism. Granted, Twitch was a company. I think Twitch CEO Dan Clancy said that he didn't like the fact that Kai was like the number one streamer. And I was like, bro, what the fuck? The nigga that was doing iCarly every day? Like, nigga, what? Every time he streamed, almost every time he streamed. Now, granted, there's subathons though. I understand. Begathons, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, they wasn't really like entertaining. I'm not gonna lie to you. But anyway, that was the list, bro. So overall, We got the burnt peanut. Okay, I'm gonna just call their name, and I'm gonna say whether they deserve to be on this top 10 worst slash overrated streamers list, right? The burnt peanut, yes. Rakai, yes. DG, no. Curricular, fuck yes. Lacey, no. Benedon, no. Tyler, I guess no. I don't watch him, so I can't really make a case. Khalil, yeah. Only because I don't see much effort from him in terms of like I don't see any clips of Khalil. So I'm just assuming it's like pure nepotism. Ray, fuck no, he does not deserve to be in this list at all. Marlon, no. Now this is a legend. This is from a nigga named Swish. I don't know who the fuck this nigga is. It does say a Perry account, not affiliated with anyone, entertainment purposes only, right? So he does say that. So maybe I'm tripping, maybe I'm tweaking, but that's the top 10 list. I think 4 people deserve to be here. Everybody else does not. I'm not gonna lie to you. But that's the video, man. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. Do y'all think those people deserve to be on that list or not? I already gave my case for why I believe certain people shouldn't be on the list and why certain people should. You know what I mean? Some I went into detail, some I didn't, because I feel as if the ones I didn't need to go into detail with, you already know the reason why I did not go into detail. But with that said, I'm gonna catch y'all later, man. Peace.